Hi, welcome to Sumery P. Today I'm going to challenge myself to do a banana bread with 4 bananas. They need to be used up. I'm going to do no eggs, no dairy. I was inspired by a recipe I saw online for a 4 ingredient. They use self-raising flour. I'm going to swap it out to wholegrain spelt flour. So it ends up being 5 ingredients. And there's some optional extras that I'll add in today. Not completely necessary. We're going to use, as I said, no eggs, no dairy, and no refined sugar. So let's get mixing. First step we need to do is mash my bananas. So you can either do them directly into the bowl. I'm just going to do them on the plate. I'll speed this up for you at home. Before I started filming, my oven's on 180 degrees C with a fan. Actually, let's go a little bit over because I'm using the whole grain spelt flour. We might need a little bit extra moisture. So that's 450, and I've got half a banana to snack on later. So the liquids I'm going to use, I've got some rapeseed oil here. That's 80 grams, or 1/3 of a cup. You can use any type of oil, like olive oil. If you really want to use like a melted vegan butter, you can. And this is date syrup. You can also use maple. That's 80 grams, or 1/3 of a cup. So in here, I've got 1 3/4 of a cup of whole grain spelt flour, and that weighs to be 260 grams. The original recipe I was inspired by said 2 cups of self-raising flour. 2 cups, they said, equaled 220 grams. I've did 2 cups. 2 cups of whole grain spelt equals 300 grams. So I've dropped it back. So this is just a way to tweak a recipe if you're trying to convert it from regular wheat flour to spelt flour. I've got 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That's going to help us make it rise. These are extras. I've got a teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of vanilla powder, or you can use vanilla extract. Another extra I've got today is I've toasted some walnuts, half a cup. Just going to chop them up. But the banana bread will still taste great even if you don't add the nuts. Roughly chopped, not too small. Throw them in with the dry. Now I'm going to mix all the dry and with the wet. Now the tip to a perfect banana bread is to not overmix it. We're just looking to combine the flour with the wet ingredients until you don't see any more dry. So it's just like folding it. If you're new here today, consider subscribing. You can also jump over to sumeryp.com. I've got a website where I give extra recipes. I have special written recipes for my paid members, and that's only 30 euros a year. Sorry, 30 US a year. And I give you some extra tips. Just about done. I've greased and lined a small loaf tin. That's a 9 by 5. I'm just going to pour all the batter in. That's come together in less than 10 minutes. Tap for air bubbles. Bake this now for 50 to 55 minutes. I'm going to check it with a skewer to make sure it's done on the inside, and then we'll slice it and have a look. So my banana bread's cooked, and I've had it sitting here for an hour cooling down. So now I'm going to cut into it. Mine started getting a little bit brown on top. So I covered it with foil for the last 20 minutes. Probably good just to keep an eye on it in your oven. I always find banana bread actually better the next day. There's more flavour and it's a little bit more moist. And we like it toasted for breakfast with some butter. Okay, check that out. It looks pretty good and pretty moist. I'm going to try it. It's not overly sweet, which is great. And it's still moist, and it's got your healthy whole grain spelt flour. I love the crunch of the walnuts and the little hint of cinnamon and vanilla. Yum. A delicious way to use up your bananas that are going old, that are like got all the black spots on them. Not too sweet. Perfect for anyone who might be vegan because there's no eggs in it, and anyone who's avoiding refined sugar. Let me know in the comments below if you give this a go, and let me know if there's any other more healthy style cakes that you want me to share with you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hej då from Sweden.